Liverpool once again showed their mettle in the 2025-2026 Premier League season. Playing in front of a packed Anfield crowd, the Reds secured 3 crucial points after defeating Brighton and Hove Albion with a convincing 2-0 scoreline. The center of attention in this match was none other than Hugo Ekitike, the striker who scored both of Liverpool's winning goals. This victory was a significant boost of confidence for Arne Slot's squad. The additional 3 points moved Liverpool up to 6th in the Premier League standings with 26 points from 16 matches. Meanwhile, Brighton slipped to 9th with 23 points after failing to steal a point at Anfield. From the first whistle, the match was played at a high tempo. In fact, the Anfield crowd had barely settled down when Liverpool took the lead. Less than a minute into the match, the Reds punished Brighton's defensive lapses. Starting from a dead ball situation, Joe Gomez won an aerial duel and headed the ball into the penalty box. At that crucial moment, Hugo Ekitike was left unmarked. With one quick touch, the French striker unleashed a powerful shot that the Brighton goalkeeper was unable to block. Anfield erupted. Liverpool took an early 1-0 lead. This lightning goal changed the dynamic of the game. Brighton, eager to steal a point, were forced to raise their defense and increase their attacking intensity. As a result, the match turned into an exciting exchange of attacks from the opening minutes of the first half. Brighton began to take control of the ball and moved it quickly from foot to foot. In the 13th minute, the visitors nearly equalized. Diego Gomez found shooting space outside the penalty box and unleashed a measured shot into the corner of the net. However, Alisson Becker once again proved his class. Liverpool's first-choice goalkeeper made a brilliant save to thwart Brighton's golden opportunity. The Seagulls continued to launch attack after attack. Players like Jorginho Rutter and Yankuba Minte repeatedly troubled the Liverpool defense with their speed and movement off the ball. Unfortunately, finishing proved Brighton's main problem. They failed to convert the chances they created into goals. Amidst the high intensity of the game, Liverpool received some disappointing news. In the 26th minute, Joe Gomez, who had previously played a role in the opening goal, had to be withdrawn due to injury. Arne Slot made the bold decision to bring on Mohamed Salah. This substitution changed Liverpool's game structure, with the Reds becoming more aggressive down the right flank. Salah's introduction immediately had an impact. Liverpool regained control of the game and created several chances through quick combination plays in the final third. However, the score remained 1-0 until the final whistle. Entering the second half, Liverpool took a more dominant approach. They opted not to defend, but instead took the initiative to attack. Possession increased, pressure continued, and Brighton were forced to defend more in their own half. Liverpool's attack became more structured. Arne Slot seemed to be asking his players to play more patiently while looking for gaps in the Brighton defense. These efforts finally paid off in the 60th minute. Starting from a corner kick, Mohamed Salah stood up to take the penalty. His long ball sailed perfectly into the heart of the Brighton defense. Hugo Ekitike once again emerged as the main threat. With a high jump and perfect timing, Ekitike headed the ball hard into the net. The Brighton goalkeeper was helpless. The second goal came, and Liverpool took a 2-0 lead. This goal further emphasized Ekitike's dominance in this match. 2 chances, 2 goals. His effectiveness made the difference in a match that was otherwise quite evenly matched in terms of chances. Trailing by 2 goals, Brighton didn't sit still. Their coach immediately made 2 substitutions. Carlos Baleba and Brian Gruda were substituted, replaced by Yasin Ayari and Karu Mitoma. Mitoma's introduction immediately brought a different tone to Brighton's play.
The Japanese winger posed a real threat with his speed and dribbling. Brighton became more daring in attacking down the flanks and forced Liverpool's backline to work extra hard several times. At times, the Reds looked overwhelmed by the visitors' intense attacks. However, Liverpool demonstrated maturity in managing the game. They didn't panic, remained disciplined in defense, and occasionally launched dangerous counterattacks. The quick transition from midfield to attack prevented Brighton from fully focusing on attack.
The exchange of attacks continued until the final minutes of the match. Brighton tried everything to reduce the deficit, while Liverpool tried to maintain their lead while looking for more goals. However, the score remained 2-0 until the final whistle. This victory is a positive sign for Liverpool in the Premier League's top-flight battle. A solid performance at Anfield, the effectiveness of Hugo Ekitike, and the contributions of key players like Mohamed Salah and Alisson Becker provide important capital for the upcoming matches. For Brighton, this defeat serves as a valuable lesson, especially in terms of finishing. They created chances but failed to capitalize on them.